dance meeting. I met my beautiful partner, Jeannie, quite by chance, in a place they call the Yacht Club on the outskirts of Washington, D.C. It all began when this beautiful lady asked me if I'd like to dance, and I said yes, of course I would. And I wondered why this beautiful young lady would want to dance with an ugly old guy like me. Now, Jeannie could have danced with any one of at least 100 guys that night at the Yacht Club on the 28th of August, 1993. And I was shocked and honored and completely taken by surprise when she tapped me on the shoulder and she asked me if she could dance with me. Now, I had very rarely ever danced before because people had always told me I was born with 2 left feet. But the minute Jeannie and I stepped out onto that dance floor, I danced as good as the rest of them. And I felt this poor old heart of mine begin to skip the occasional beat. I remember the band played a lot of rock and pop that night, and I kept wishing they would play a romantic song so that Jeannie and I could dance real slow. And I could take this beautiful lady in my arms and I could hold her tight. These are some of the memories that I have of the night we met at the Yacht Club 21 years ago. Finally, at the end, they played a romantic song when it was time for Jeannie and I to go. And I thought soon I'd be saying goodnight to the most beautiful lady that I had ever seen. And I realized I'd made a great decision when I had said yes instead of saying no when she asked me if I'd like to dance. But if I had said no, I realized what a fool I would have been. That had been a very, very long time since I had felt like this. Please believe me when I tell you, I was feeling pretty good. And when the dance was over, I walked Jeannie to her car, and she gave me a great big goodnight kiss. So I plucked up the courage to ask if I could see her again, and thankfully, Jeannie said I could. Now, during the 21 years we spent together, I've loved almost every passing minute. Even though, like every other stupid man, I've started a couple of silly arguments and fights. And thankfully, Jeannie has forgiven me, for I know that it would be a very lonely life for me if my beloved Jeannie wasn't in it. And I'm truly grateful that Jeannie is always there to comfort me and for me to cuddle up to on those long and cold dark winter nights. Now, there's a very valuable lesson that I learned when I met this beautiful lady 21 years ago. I learned that love is very often given freely, but both love and respect really need to be earned. And if you don't respect your partner, then how can you expect real true love to ever begin to grow? If you really want the love you have for your partner to grow stronger every day, here's what I suggest you do. Show them just how much you love them with everything you do and say. And if they truly love you, I can almost guarantee that your partner will do the same for you. So today, the 28th of August, Jeannie and I are going to quietly celebrate the anniversary of the night we met at the Yacht Club back in 1993. But I've loved this woman from the very first time I took her out on our first date, the night that she became my soulmate. And I can only hope that for many years to come, that my beautiful Jeannie will still be in love with me. Jeannie, I love you more than words can say.